I was very lucky back in 1980 to have been honored with the Press Photo of the Year award for a picture I took in Thailand at a Cambodian refugee camp. And it's always a surprise. You don't really know when you send your entries in if you have a chance. I mean, there's even then there were still thousands of photographers and many thousands of pictures. So I think there's something very special about the Press Photo of the Year. It embodies more than just the moment of whatever that subject is, but I think it encompasses a lot of what we see about the role of photography and the ability of photographers to communicate and talk about history as it's being made. And that's still something that I think photographs do better than any other medium. And that's what's kept me, I think, around being a photographer all these years. It's just the power of the still photograph remains very, very strong and very appealing. I was on the jury in 1997, and in 1999 I was the chairman of the jury. And this year I've been asked to come back and chair the jury again. And the contest, it's amazing because in the last 12 years since I was involved with it like this, it has just grown by leaps and bounds. When I was last here, it was still the days of carousel trays and 35-millimeter slides, and now everything is digital. And the number of pictures is somewhere well over 100,000 pictures that have to get looked at and pared down in this 2-week period. And what I would have to say the most interesting thing for me to see how the competition has grown is that there are so many entries from countries that were not really very well represented 10 years ago. And that I think that's been a kind of very positive for us with this kind of democratization of photography in the last 10 years, really in the age of the digital camera and the means to digitally send pictures around the world. It's brought us all a little closer together, and we can see work that we never had a chance to see before. And that part of it particularly is really exciting. Well, one of the things that's definitely changed is with the addition of first-round specialized juries for portraits, sports, and nature. I think I got that right. There's a lot of stuff to remember now. It's much more, there's a lot more to remember in terms of the structure of the competition because it's grown so much. But with very specialized people helping work on those first-round juries, I think it gives a little keener edge to it. And I think there's probably something that's welcomed both by the photographers who are submitting their work and the public at large in terms of the appreciation for example, in the sports jury, you have among them Heinz Klutmeyer, who's one of the all-time great sports photographers and who has a very great understanding of what sports photography is and what it really took to get a picture. I mean, he can look at a picture and know what it took to get there. I mean, the rest of us might appreciate it, or we might be startled or amused or surprised by it, but somebody like Heinz really has been there and knows all of the legwork that went into making pictures. It's a great group of members on the jury, and that's always one of the fun things about coming to Amsterdam is that Amsterdam World Press Photo is this big magnet that just kind of brings people in from all over the world, from the Americas, Europe, Asia. And it's one of the few places you get to just kind of hang out with and be with people who otherwise you might not have a chance. Often being a photographer is kind of a lonely experience. You're out there looking for your picture, you're out there by yourself trying to find a photograph. And the times when you can kind of share some of this creative energy with others is really something I look forward to.